What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Technique Tuesday. On this episode, we're going to be going over the Karambit, the infamous knife. We're going to give you a couple ways on how to get familiar with it if you're just starting from scratch. And we're also going to show you some similarities and some differences between the Karambit as well as a regular blade. So sit tight and let's get training. So for today's video, we're going to be going over the Karambit in a couple of basic flows and some things unique to the blade itself. But we're going to assume that the blade is single-sided edged, which means it can only lacerate or cut from the inside. Now, most modern Karambits are positioned this way so that they can also be deployable in a folded position. All right, so the first thing that we're going to establish is the twirls and the flips that come with the Karambit. Now, as you do this, you want to be able to use momentum on your side as well as just practice with caution. So I highly suggest you don't use a live blade. You probably will poke yourself at one point. But basically what you want to do is in our advanced grip, when we have the ring around our pointer finger, we're going to establish our grip, we're going to release it, and we're going to flick it forward. Okay, so the blade is going to roll all the way around until the back end reaches my middle finger knuckle. Okay, as I do that, I'm going to let it flip back in and secure the grip. So I almost throw it out in a circular motion. What I like to do is I like to stiffen my grip to maintain the position, and then I flick it right back. So it's forward, back, forward, back. Now the flow with the Karambit is going to resemble pretty much what you would do with a straight blade in the advanced grip. So if you want to see a couple of our simple flows, you can watch this video up here. But basically what you want to do is take that and give it this kind of flair that you get from the Karambit. So once you establish that flip, what you want to do is in your flow, you want to be able to start manipulating that in different directions. So you can go sideways, you can go backhand, you can come from the top and flip. You can get really creative with it as long as it makes sense in the application. Alright, so a basic flow that you can do with the Karambit is a quick 6 count that we've come up with for you today. It is revolving around some slashing for laceration. It's involving some flips that we can incorporate to train the Karambit, as well as some stabbing for puncturing. So what we're going to do in our advanced grip, we're going to be leading with our thumb. Okay, we're going to go with an angle 1. We're going to come back, and on an angle 2, we're going to flick. We're going to bring it back in. Puncture on 3. Bring it back. We reverse that. So we come from the left side. We lead with the thumb. 4. Flick on 5. Now when it comes back for 6, when it comes back here, we're going to turn 6. And we come back. So altogether, it'll look like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so a couple things you want to emphasize as you're training the Karambit. If this was a double-edged Karambit, as we do our flip forward, we can use this actual side to lacerate. Seeing as we're using this as a single-edged, all the cutting comes from inside, so we can use that as more of a tick motion, more of a whip. Now as I come back in, I want to use that motion to encompass my entire target, and I want this to work the way it should. The Karambit itself is meant to imitate a claw or some fangs of some animals, so you want to be able to use that to encompass and control. Not only do I want to be able to control from the inside, but as I get into my position for my puncturing, I want to be able to get used to hooking to control from the outside to set my angle correctly. Alright, so that was your episode of Technique Tuesday this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more Karambit videos, make sure you comment below and let us know. Make sure you also keep those notifications on and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Until next time, catch you guys then.